Alright, I am back today taking a look at what I'm going to call Jank Day. This is a really interesting deck that I found on the ladder once that includes cards from the Ixalan set that become pretty cool when you combine the Explore mechanic with one of the cards from the new Ixalan set. That card being Amalia Benavides Aguirre. Hopefully that was not too bad of a pronunciation. My Spanish is not well. But she's a 2/2 Vampire Scout with Ward to pay 3 life, so already pretty evasive, or at least it'll cost your opponents to deal with her. Whenever you gain life, she explores, and if you can get her to 20 power exactly, you get a one-time board wipe out of her. Now, notably, it's all other creatures, so she'll actually be the last creature left on the battlefield. And if you can do this on your turn while she doesn't have Summoning Sickness, that's actually just a lethal kill for you. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, that's definitely ideal. So what we want to do is we want to combine this with a creature that will help her explore and then also die when she destroys all other creatures. So you can't use something that's indestructible. That's not going to work. But you can use our good friend Wildgrowth Rocker from original Ixalan. 2 mana 1/3 that whenever your creature you control explores, you put a 1/1 counter on this thing and you gain life. So explore, gain life. She says gain life, explore. That's infinite. And basically when you hit 20, the Wildgrowth Rocker is destroyed and you are left with your 20/20 Amalia. So this is a pretty cool interaction. Definitely going to be a lot of fun there. And we need to figure out how to get a deck that can make this interaction happen to the best of our ability. You'll notice everything is very cheap, so we can run Collected Company. We also have a bunch of things that explore on their own. Jadelight Ranger, Cenote Scouts, and then Prosperous Innkeeper is here to help us gain life a little bit and grow an Amalia naturally. Heliod Suncrowned here to just kind of give some life assistance off of our Prosperous Innkeeper, although it will help us with the combo turn where Amelia is on the battlefield, because we're going to have to click a lot in order to make this happen, basically. Some Thoughtseizes to clear the way. I'm not really sure that that's necessary in Historic. You could probably just go with more general exploration creatures. I think that would be just fine. You could also just do a side strategy into Heliod plus Scurry Oak with this Prosperous Innkeeper. I'm not doing it today, but that is something that I did try for a little bit to moderate success. So do give that one a look yourself. And yeah, we're also running a set of kind of Thoughtseizes in Juggernaut Peddler. This guy takes a problematic card and gives them a 5/3. Which is not necessarily a good thing, but if we're looking for a turn where we can just blow up the board and kill our opponents, this might be okay. And then finally, in the vein of Collected Company, we run Return to the Ranks. It's a Convoke sorcery spell that allows you to return a bunch of creature cards with mana value 2 or less to the battlefield. So, with the exception of Jadelight Ranger and Heliod, we can get everything in our deck back. So those are all the cards. We are doing something non-standard and including our Scoured Barrens and Blossoming Sands to gain life. Sometimes you just need to trigger the Wildgrowth Walker Amalia thing, because if you don't have a Prosperous Innkeeper on the battlefield, these 2 permanents on the battlefield actually don't do anything until you gain that first bit of life. So if we look at it, we have Prosperous Innkeeper times 4 and 6 lands that can help us trigger the combo. So that's how we're going to be trying to do it today. Other than this, because we're running Collected Company, I'm going to be trying to thin the deck as much as possible. We have, 8 fetch lands with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 targets. So definitely on the high end there, but should still function for the most part. Alright, that's the deck. Let's hop into some games here and see what this Amalia combo can do. It's really fun. Hopefully I can show it for you guys a few times today. Here we go. Alright, round 1, here we go. Let's try to make this one work. We have the Amalia and the Prosperous Innkeeper. That is pretty good on its own. I'll keep it. Depending on how scared we're feeling about their deck, we can Juggernaut Peddler them. But even if they counter our initial creature plays, we do have our Return to the Ranks option. Well, we gotta put in these game lifelines. Since our curve is pretty much on 2, I'll use the Windswept Juice next. We'll pick up that black mana. actually, we'll just find it naturally. We'll do that. Just prosperous innkeeper. We'll try to gain some life back off these Godless Shrine triggers. I'm considering the Juggernaut Peddler. Lightning Bolt kills the keeper. That's unfortunate. I was actually gonna probably play Amelia after that. We can just collected company next turn though. That could be nice. I'm into the idea of that. Let's try it. Red white. Seems like control. I'm not sure what scary things we're gonna have to deal with. I'll shock here. We will find. We can make a lot of. What does Scoured Bounds make? It makes black, right? Yes. So we'll get something that makes green as well. Want to take the Indatha Trine, but I'll just shock in the Temple Guard and go with company. Here we go. Absolute miss. That's so unfortunate, but at least we're out of the way. Alright. Here's a Wildgrowth Walker. So we can play Amelia. Next turn, Wildgrowth Rocker, play Scoured Barrens. Might be worth a removal spell from them, but we do have an opportunity at a combo here. She will die. Alright, that's fine. Make them take 3. And it's going to be Juggernaut Peddler plus Wildgrowth Walker, I think. Ooh, alright. We're going with some enchantments today. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, deals a damage to each opponent. So this is just impact tremors, basically. Okay. Well, we'll gain our life here. I could Jade Light Ranger, I suppose. Try to set up some plays. I could go here. I kind of want to play the Wildgrowth Walker first before Jade Light Ranger, though. So this is a little bit awkward mana-wise. I think we'll do Juggernaut Peddler. Let's see what they're up to in their hand. Gleeful Demolition, Knight Errant of Eos. That is fine, I think. It's just a 4/4 for 5. Edaman's Emodane's Recruiter. Okay, so they just want a Gleeful Demolition. Got it. They do just get to have a Juggernaut, though, which is kind of bad for us. Inspector. So I mean, the good thing here is that we basically set up a situation where if we can get a return to the ranks here, we have Prosperous Innkeeper, Amelia, and then Wildgrowth Walker as well, Amalia. So that will be the combo if we're allowed to reanimate everything. Here's the Juggernaut. Here's a Temple Garden. We're gonna shock it. That allows us to Wildgrowth Walker Jade Light. Potentially make us block. Draw land. Draw 2 lands, that sucks. Wildgrowth Walker does get just about big enough. I think we'll just double block with Juggernaut Peddler and Jade Light Ranger, though. Heliod will just be an enchantment, sadly. We need to draw a creature or return to the ranks. Those are our best draws. There are those creatures. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage here. I think I do the Juggernaut trade. Alright, we'll maintain our life here. And there's Amalia. That's perfect. We just need a way to gain life. I'll play her. Helios. And gaining lifelink next turn is a way to make this work. We're going to fetch with Windswept Heap. Grab her Prior. See if they have more removal here. This is a situation where the combo does kill our opponent in one shot. the battlefield. Investigate. This is fine. This is very fine. Right here, there we go. That is a little gnarly. Another inspector. Definitely a lot of value out of War Leader's Call here. That is pretty interesting. Let's do our fetch now, and we gotta hope that we find our life gain here. Here's Indotha Triumph. Big draw, let's go. Select a company that could do it. We're gonna do it pre-combat. Come on, gain life. Yes, there it is. Alright. Time to explore, time to kill. Here we go. Create a treasure token. Bam, bam. We're going to put this on Amalia. And yes, here it is. We're going to double trigger. And this will go a little bit more fast than if we had to do this. Alright. A lot of life gain incoming as well here. Basically, if we're allowed to get to 20, wipe the board, attack in for lethal. Alright, that's the combo, round 1. Unfortunately, opponent didn't want to stick around and let us demonstrate it, but we got a few iterations through before they decided to throw in the towel. I consider that a win in my book. Let's hop into round 2 and try to do it again. It is round 2. We're hoping for another good one here. This is actually very nice. Wow, I'm keeping this stuff for sure. We need to find black here. I'm going to go ahead and grab our Triumph. There's our Triumph. And, yeah, so we're pretty solid here. Turn to the ranks as well. That's nice. Okay, too late here. Let's start with Juggernaut. Let's see what they're up to. Return to the ranks here is going to be huge. Invoke Despair is a problem. I think that Painful Quandary is bad. For sure. Do I think I can beat them to 5 mana, yeah. Invoke Despair would be bad. It's not the worst. I think Painful Quandary is bad. I'll get rid of Deep Cavern Bat most likely. Putrefy's tough as well. We can deal with the Deep Cavern Bat. We're fine to discard things. I think the Instant Seed removal is actually the worst. But then they get to Deep Cavern Bat, take something. Alright, so they don't do anything till turn 3. I'll play Amelia out as something that can deal the most damage here. We can now Thoughtseize away their Putrefy, though. I think I want to do that. We'll see the lands that they drew. We know actually now that there's no green mana yet. So I want to take March of Wretched Sorrow. We'll swing in. If they get the green land, then it is what it is. We'll lose our Peddler. I hope that they get the Peddler if given the opportunity. They can actually take us off black mana here, which is not good. Go for the throw. Let's do this now. Get our Heliod mana if we want it. I think I just play Amalia. A little bit of damage. We are about to be up against Painful Quandary, though. Another Demolition Field. This could be the Juggernaut. Blossoming Sands gains me life, and is that lethal? I think that's lethal. Wildgrowth Walker, we play our land for turn, and we trigger off. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Alright. And that's going to be lethal. Hopefully the opponent will let us execute the combo fully here. Doesn't involve too much priority. Okay. Alright. Amazing. At the really last possible moment before Invoke Despair came down, or Painful Quandary, we were able to eke it out. Amazing round 2. I thought I couldn't ask much more than round 1, but looks like we asked for and got delivered enough in round 2. Super sweet. I think this is really all that I wanted to show you, so everything else is extra now. Let's hop into round 3 and go for another one. Alright, don't think we can beat a turn 3 OTK, but damn it, we'll try. This actually is another turn 3 if we're lucky. It's pretty close to a turn 3. Sorry, what am I saying? It's pretty close to a turn 4. By starting on turn 2. Oh, actually, I guess turn 3, yeah. Turn 3 was possible. This is a turn 4. Okay, so we'll start with Prosperous Innkeeper here, then we can go 1... Yeah, actually, no, this is a turn 3 anyway. We go Boom, Prosperous Innkeeper, and the Treasure. Very cool line here. Gotta avoid removal, that's the one thing. Hopefully they spend their turn deploying creatures. Looks like they'll be going for Big Wild Nacatl. Oh, Bowmasters, that's unfortunate. We can go Juggernaut Peddler Block. We could go Wildgrowth Block and Block. That means next turn I can either choose to do Jade Light Ranger and Amalia, or I can do 2 spells otherwise. Reading Wildgrowth Blocker here, that's a good sign for me. They're like signing it, which sucks. So this is a domain control deck that just happens to be on Orcish Bowmasters. I think that I want to spend my next turn collected companying, since I didn't draw my land. Again? Not that. Ah, why? No. Pass away, one step. Oh god, I need collected company. That's annoying. Cenote Scout is here. I can just take Amalia and Juggernaut Peddler. It is a Thoughtseize as well. Functional. Alright. So backup Ragavan, we don't want Orcish Bowmasters around. That's probably the worst one. We know they have 1 land card. Looks like they'll probably play this other Ragavan. Thank God they're just a little bit away from Collected Company. Okay. Actually, don't even replay Ragavan, which is interesting. What I would have expected here. We have another Collected Company, but no mana to make it work. We're actually not able to play Jade Light Ranger either. It's just going to be Heliod now. You get to have a free attack in. And, alright, we're in a little bit of unknown waters here. There are some good draws that get us out of it. Like a land so that we can cast Collected Company and just hit our combo. But who knows how likely that will be. We can gain a little bit of life with Heliod, though, in the meantime, so that will be pretty nice. Definitely going to be important to get this Jade Light Ranger out so that we can block it. We're going to go to 3. And there's the Ragavan that I thought. I'm glad they did not. Cenote Scout can come in. Gives us a little bit of a way to grow Amalia. Juggernaut Peddler I don't think hits very well, so we got to do Cenote Scout plus Heliod Life. Another Amalia on top. We just want to bin her since we have 1 in hand as well. And we'll pass. No attacks. And turn. Then I think we just draw with Senate Scout. Or we chump block with Senate Scout using Heliod. We're looking for a few things here. We haven't found them. Wait for after attackers this turn so we don't get absolutely ruined by combat. We must block most of this. I can take the trade on Ragavan, block with Senate Scout, gain some life. Actually doesn't really matter who I give the life to. Thank God they didn't have get to make her a little bigger. Collected company we cannot take. We need to basically find a land exactly here. Death for us. Return to the ranks. We can bring back a couple things with 2. Prosperous Innkeeper plus Senate Scout possibly. Yeah, I think I'll do this. So we can go for X equals 2. We want to target Prosperous Innkeeper for sure, and then I guess probably Senate Scout helps me find a land. A little late here. We would like to make Senate Scout bigger. Wanted a land. Do find a land. But now we can give something like Link if we really, really have to. And we're actually going to need to do that unless I block. And they can't have removal either. And they can't play a Ragavan. Okay, this is a little difficult. Okay, so assuming they play Ragavan, I have to chump block Juggernaut, Territorial Kavu. I'll be looking at 3, 5, 6, 7. So I need to Juggernaut Peddler, take the Ragavan, and then hope that that last thing's in and they don't draw anything. Trigger. What do we want to make big? We can eat something with one of these cards now. I'll Juggernaut Peddler. Return to the ranks. It's almost actually very good. That gets me back 1 creature. We're going to be losing 3 creatures or so. Yeah, maybe I actually do want that. I'll keep this. Take the Ragavan. That means the last card is in and this Juggernaut wouldn't be able to attack. We now trade with the Juggernaut. Another Wildman model, that's great. We may just barely survive. Oh, we definitely will survive if they attack like this. Okay. So I have to think about how this is going to work. Well, it depends on what they take. They take the Juggernaut Peddler. I don't care about that. So we go bam. I probably want Prosperous Innkeeper to die. So that means that I'll have a total of 6 mana, which means I can Convoke for 4. That gives me back a lot of stuff, which is nice. So I think I want to just drop Prosperous Innkeeper as a chump blocker. Okay, cool. So this will be Return to the Ranks for 3. I can get back Juggernaut Peddler, Prosperous Innkeeper, and Senate Scout. One, two, three. And there we go. Alright. We will just choose them, I guess. And we need something that can start killing cards. Big enough now. I will probably want to make Juggernaut Peddler, and there's the Wildgrowth Walker. Okay. Land. Heliod can gain lifelink, Amelia can survive, and we might be able to get out of this. No attacks, end turn. Yeah, this all of a sudden got okay for us. Thank you, Convoke. This does not go the way that it does without Convoke. So they'll attack, probably. They're going all in. We're going to take our Amalia. Do not care. Okay, so let's activate now. Give Amalia lifelink. Block here. Block to trade. Prosperous Innkeeper needs to stay alive. We'll block like this. And we'll stay alive. 9. Amazing. Let's make the Senate Scout big enough if we need to. And if they don't have removal, this is another lethal combo. So it's not totally the end of it. I can Wildgrowth Walker. Oh wait, I can go again. Yeah, I can definitely go again. This does clear the board. And I'll be left with a 20/20. They have to top deck something. Jugantha would need to then become a blocker. I can put them to 4 here. It's actually... I can just probably play Amalia. Or, sorry, I can play Wildgrowth Walker and Jade Light Ranger. No, I don't have the mana for it. I can do Amalia plus Jade Light Ranger. That doesn't gain me life. I think I just have to play Wildgrowth Walker and Amalia. Is that true? So we will make the Senate Scout bigger. I'm just trying to see if I can make the Senate Scout big enough to kill. We would need 2 more hits. Yeah, so we just gotta go for the Wildgrowth Walker. Wipe the board, gain a bunch of life. So we want to grow Amalia slower. So I need to go for many triggers for this without feeling too big. Okay, so we're gonna have enough life to survive. We actually very careful about how I'm doing this. I want to be going for another need. So we'll just make the set attack. Don't want a Juggernaut Peddler. We're looking for Return to the Ranks after we spin up a bunch of creatures. Scoured Bear, make a land, perfect. Unfortunately, it's a forced combo, otherwise all groups walking to be bin. Still have 2 more copies to return the ranks. And look, 10 more cards. That should be enough to find this one. Is actually okay to just say they're out here. We didn't necessarily have the win, and I'll explain why I think that is. Jugantha was in hand. That would be a blocker for the next Amalia. They could draw Leyline Binding, take my Amalia, and then just control me out after that, so that's just a very easy way to victory. I think that they should have stayed around a little bit. Maybe they didn't think it was worth their time. But my plan there was wipe the board with Amalia, hopefully pass turn and kill. And then I was going to scry for another copy of, where is it? Another copy of Return the Ranks. Okay. Great game. I thought that this one was a lot of fun. Longer style of game there. Like that one wasn't just quick combo kill, but this one was more of a control game plan where we were actually able to survive off the back of a few Return the Ranks. So very cool. Round 4 is coming up now. Stick around for that one. Here we go. Alright, here we go. This is our 4th round. We got 2 more left. This hand does eventually get us a Collected Company, and we can try out playing a Thoughtseize Juggernaut Peddler hand. I'm in. Let's go. A lot of hand hate from us. Hopefully it will be crippling to them. Guess we just draw naturally. That's cool. Looks like a lower to the ground deck. That's going to be unfortunate. We probably want the Kumano out of it. Does kind of help them with Delirium, unfortunately. This is not one of the decks that seems to be very fast at Delirium, which is very nice. Fire at face, okay. I'll just stick out that. Okay, start at the top. Nice. Amelia could be nice. I think I do Juggernaut Peddler first. That does take out the play with fire before they can use it. So this would be a shot Juggernaut Peddler. Get that last card in hand is in fact going to be a removal spell for a land. I think I'd rather take them. Still just 2. Play with fire, that's totally fine. Hope they don't hit Delirium here. Perfect. Nothing goes in the graveyard. Love to see it. Well, I can go Amelia and then trigger her immediately. Perfect. We get a Collected Company number 2 out. I love that for me. And so this is Flooded Strand, pick up something, go for a Collected Company. Lovely. They can't attack, and we're just free to set up our next turn. Oh man. Alright, here we go. Flooded Strand. Stop. Another green making a land. And then I think we can hold with Collected Company. I don't think we need to attack yet. No attacks. We'll wait. Awkward position for them because they need to cast a spell in order to trigger DRCs. However, I'm going to be able to potentially get around a kill spell on Amalia. Alright, it'll be a Juggernaut play. Just a Juggernaut Peddler, it doesn't do anything. That's not good. We will probably just have that target them regardless. Look at my turn here. Thoughtseize, again, not very useful here. We'll go Blossoming Sands and have Amalia get bigger. We do want that Wildgrowth Walker. Okay, so do I want to Heliod, Thoughtseize, or Collected Company? Heliod does set up Wildgrowth Walker because I can give up lifelink. Maybe I just go for Collected Company, get the Wildgrowth Walker onto the battlefield early, then I have 5 mana to Heliod plus give it lifelink. Okay. Still requires 2 turns to make work, but I think that this is fine. We know that we get a hit with Collected Company. No attacks. End turn. Yeah, we could instant speed wipe the board next, or on this attack here. Okay. Things actually get a little hairy if they hit Delirium here, but they don't. Why are they not putting anything into the graveyard? Like, nothing can be worth keeping that much if you don't go for turning your 3/1/1s into a bunch of 3/3s. I have problems with how this player is attacking me. Or how they're going about their game plan. So this can happen. I go up to something with take the wildgrowth walker and something else, and that's a prosperous innkeeper. So this is a instant speed.
Oh, good, Joe.
Right. They can't do anything about it. There's no back to go to kill. Alright, opponent sees what's going down. We're at 30 life. That is a victory. We've just had amazing success today. I am very, very happy with this. Really, really cool combo deck, and I'm glad that we're not totally getting roughhoused by all the other strong decks in the Timeless format. What I will say is that the decks playing Orcish Bowmasters are typically very good against this. Anything with a lot of creature removal, mono black in general is a hard matchup. So, you know, obviously don't take too much influence from how these games go. There are definitely some tough matchups out there. And of course, I'd really just classify this as jank. It's not tier 1 at all. It's just a nice combo that exists. And maybe there's a way that in the future we'll get a creature that allows for a more tighter version of this combo, and then maybe it will have its time in the limelight. We'll see. Anyway, we have round 5 coming up here. One more to go. Fifth and final round. This deck has been sweet. Let's go for one more nice game. Return to the Ranks doesn't hit very well here. I'm going to mold on this one. Triple Thoughtseize, Juggernaut Peddler, and Amalia is really tough when I don't have a untapped land and we're on the draw. This one's much better. We have our full combo plus Demonic Tutor. I have to get rid of the Demonic Tutor because we want to keep all these cards around. Then what do I get? It's just which fetch land I want to keep. I mean, this one doesn't hit as much. We draw the Senate Scout. Very nice. The Windswept Heath into a biome. Set up what hopefully will be a bang 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 kill. They're playing black, so I'm a little worried about just hanging out and doing a pass the play turn with Amalia. Jadelight Ranger, okay. Well, I think we'll shock in here for our good innkeeper. Or I could go slow. I'll go slow. Yeah, they have counter spells. Oh, they have both. Yeah, maybe not counter magic. Nice, that was good. So we can turn 3 Prosperous Innkeeper into Wildgrowth Walker or something. Or probably Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay, that's
Wonder what you
yeah, I want to go Prosperous Innkeeper into Amalia if we randomly
You'll find
This Ashiok really sucks though. This is probably the other bad matchup, is just Ashiok in general. They are too good at removing my graveyard, and that is how I can survive against the other type of cards that I know they'll be playing, the stupid removal suite. Oh, here's Prosperous Innkeeper into Amalia. Get our treasure here. It's Fatal Push. Might be Fatal Push. Rip. Well, we will use this. Might need to just play Jadelight Ranger instead now. I don't want to play the two of these together though. We are very, very close to making
I leave one last nightmare.
As long as these two aren't removal, there's a chance that we can slide through. Otherwise, I think it's going to be very quickly that our opponent takes control. They still have Polluted Delta. They don't attack me. Do not Orcish Bowmasters held in hand. I'm going to gonna have to demonic tutor probably. Possible stifle. Right, I can't even do that because of Ashiok. Well, here's Wildgrowth Walker. What'll happen is I have to play this, and then this just sets up the combo on board. Jade Light Ranger will trigger it next turn, assuming that they don't remove anything. If I can get that to happen, we do have a kill. And I think that this may be my only out. Yeah, I was actually going to Windswept Heath into Demonic Tutor. Two things that are turned off by Ashiok. Whoops. They might be doing some reading here. They may or may not realize what's
You.
checking out the deck here. They probably know a good bit of what we're doing. And we're actually allowed to get our Jade Light Ranger down. We're going to attempt the combo. That really didn't look like any sort of hesitation there. So we may just have this. Alright, let's attempt the combo. Oh, they may not have that. This is great. We have it. All the way to the end. That is it. We get to attack in. We'll go 2-face for 22, and I think that is it. Oh my gosh. So even in the matchup that I told you guys that I was scared about, somehow it seemed to work out. Again, I'm going to tell you one more time, don't take that too literally. I think that you will absolutely find problems with this matchup. I recommend that you try the deck and see that for yourself. Make sure to check out the deck list in the video description. And this brings us to the end of the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you liked it. Please comment and let me know if you played this, how you did, and what changes you made to the deck, because I really think that this is a cool combo. And to see it do this well in a timeless showcase has been really cool. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's all that I got for you today. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.